1081,080. Lin Moyu was right. He was only at the true god first rank. This was also the most terrifying part about him. He was only at the true god first rank. A true god first rank could reverse kill a true god 8th rank. His combat power was truly heaven-defying. If one day, Lin Moyu's realm reached the god sovereign level or even stronger, and he could still maintain this ability to fight across levels, then who in the same rank could be his opponent? The Starfire Python finally understood before its death how terrifying Lin Moyu was. This was why all major races tried their best to eliminate geniuses from enemy races. Having a god sovereign was not terrifying. What was terrifying was having a genius who, despite being a god sovereign, possessed combat power beyond that level. The Starfire Python died in fear, its body finally being chopped into pieces by the skeleton god general. Lin Moyu reached out, and the 1,000-meter-long corpse of the Starfire Python flew to him. With a thought, the skeleton god general began to dismember the corpse. The scales of the Starfire Python containing the explosive flame law were excellent materials. Although some were damaged in the battle, many could still be collected. The flesh of the Starfire Python also contained the power of the law and was said to be delicious. Chu Xiong, that glutton, had once given Lin Moyu a list of exotic races that could be used as delicacies. The Starfire Python was one of them. Lin Moyu had promised him that if he ever encountered one, he would bring some back for Chu Xiong to enjoy. Chu Xiong had two great loves in life: gourmet food and fine wine. Finally, the skeleton god general found the Python core. The Python core was somewhat similar to the dragon pearl of the Dragon Clan. It was the essence of the Starfire Python and also a storage tool. With the Starfire Python dead, the Python core had become an ownerless item. With a slight movement of his soul power, Lin Moyu tried to open the Python core like any other storage tool. But as soon as his soul power touched the Python core, a brilliant light suddenly surged. In the starry sky, a massive shadow of the Starfire Python appeared. The shadow was so large that it seemed endless, at least 1,000,000 meters long, coiled in the starry sky, exuding a terrifying aura.
God Sovereign!
Lin Moyu's heart suddenly tightened. The immense aura of the god sovereign had locked onto him, and the Python's eyes, like stars, stared firmly at him. A deafening voice boomed.
Audacious human, how dare you slaughter my descendant? You deserve death.
Lin Moyu's heart trembled. He hadn't expected the Starfire Python to be a descendant of a god sovereign, and that the Python core had a god sovereign's mark. The Starfire Python had difficulty reproducing, and there weren't many of them. Moreover, being a descendant of a god sovereign, Lin Moyu knew he was in big trouble. This was not going to be an easy situation to handle. Even if it was just a projection, a god sovereign's power was at least at the god king level, and far beyond the first rank of the god king. There was no way he could withstand it. Lin Moyu's thoughts raced, trying to figure out how to escape this deadly situation. But then he suddenly relaxed. This was the area of the second stellar essence fire cluster. Under the power of the great world laws, all entrance realms would be suppressed to the true god level. Even a god sovereign was no exception. Not to mention a projection, even if the true body came, it could only reach the peak of the true god realm. The soul law domain of a god king and the law manifestation of a god sovereign couldn't be used. At most, it would be a true god peak with a god sovereign's body. Perhaps it could exert combat power beyond the true god realm, but even a genius god sovereign could only fight at the first or second rank of the god king at most. Moreover, this was just a projection, and its power was uncertain. Thinking this through, Lin Moyu was no longer worried. He knew the god sovereign's projection couldn't kill him. Lin Moyu said calmly,
It was he who provoked me first, and I killed him in self-defense. God Sovereign.
Before Lin Moyu could finish, the Starfire Python interrupted.
Shut up. My descendant wanted to kill you. That was your honor. You should have stood still and let it kill you.
The god sovereign was extremely unreasonable, and his eyes were filled with immense anger. Lin Moyu chuckled.
You misunderstand. What I mean is, he was too weak and deserved to die. I not only killed him, but also took his scales and meat. I heard that the meat of the starfire python is delicious. I wonder if it's true. When I return, I'll find the best chef to make hundreds of dishes. If the God Sovereign is interested, you can come to the human territory to taste it.
Lin Moyu's words were utterly disrespectful. Since he had already killed the God Sovereign's descendant and thoroughly offended him, he might as well continue to provoke him.
Boy, I will obliterate you.
The God Sovereign roared, and a beam of light shot from his eyes. The light contained the terrifying explosive flame law, igniting the starry sky. The starry sky roared continuously, but strangely, as soon as the light shot out, its power rapidly diminished. In an instant, it dropped to the true God realm. The skeleton God general stood in front of Lin Moyu, using its body as a shield to block the God Sovereign's attack. Dozens of skeleton God generals were shattered, but the God Sovereign's attack was completely blocked, leaving Lin Moyu unharmed. The Starfire Python God Sovereign was stunned.
What's going on?
Lin Moyu chuckled.
Think about it yourself. How long can your projection last? Do you want me to chat with you some more? I won't charge you.
The God Sovereign's eyes narrowed, and he attacked again. More skeleton God generals came forward, acting as Lin Moyu's shield. The Starfire Python God Sovereign's projection could only be maintained for a limited time. Especially after the previous attack, the time was significantly shortened, and his body had become illusory. Lin Moyu shook his head lightly.
It's useless. You can't kill me.
The Starfire Python God Sovereign looked around and saw the distant stellar essence fire cluster, immediately understanding.
So it's in the stellar essence fire cluster. No wonder.
He then turned back to Lin Moyu.
Boy, I know where you are now. Unless you never leave the stellar essence fire cluster, I will grind your bones to dust.
Lin Moyu was not worried at all.
I'm about to leave. If you want to find me, come to the human territory.
The Starfire Python God Sovereign sneered.
You can't escape.
With that, his entire body turned into a brilliant stream of light, bypassing the skeleton God generals and landing on Lin Moyu. Outside Lin Moyu's soul world, a soul mark appeared. The soul mark looked like the Starfire Python, staring coldly at Lin Moyu.
Another mark?
Lin Moyu was speechless. The strong in the great world loved leaving marks on people. The Starry Sky Giant Tree did it, the Demon Clan did it, and now the Starfire Python was doing it too. The Starfire Python God Sovereign had planted a soul mark on him, allowing him to easily find Lin Moyu. The sensing range of a God Sovereign was vast, likely exceeding a light year. As long as he was here, he couldn't escape. Lin Moyu sighed.
What a pity!
In his soul world, the branches of the talent tree suddenly shook, piercing the soul mark. The soul power within the mark was instantly absorbed by the talent tree, and then refined by the 9-colored dragon soul crystal, turning into the purest soul power and injected into Lin Moyu's soul. The mark from a God Sovereign was pure and powerful, containing the power of the God Sovereign, of extremely high quality. After being refined by the 9-colored dragon soul crystal, it became an ownerless item. Lin Moyu's soul absorbed its power, instantly strengthening. In the blink of an eye, Lin Moyu's soul quality improved significantly, and his cultivation advanced. 1081, 1081. Chapter 1081, True God Second Rank, The Woman in the Soul Pearl. Lin Moyu's entire body shone brilliantly, like a bright star in the dark night, extremely dazzling. As his soul quality strengthened, his cultivation advanced. Various insights into the undead law flooded in, and Lin Moyu officially stepped into the True God Second Rank. A strong soul can accelerate the comprehension of laws, and each additional insight into the laws can also enhance the soul. The two complement each other, indispensable. Originally, it would have taken at least a year to reach the True God Second Rank, but due to this unexpected event, it was completed directly. The Starfire Python God Sovereign never expected that the soul mark he left behind would actually benefit Lin Moyu. Far away, in the territory of the Starfire Python clan, countless light years away, a massive Starfire Python was coiled around a planet. The Starfire Python clan had strong individuals, and there were quite a few god sovereigns among them. This one was called the Flame Python God Sovereign, with a cultivation level of God Sovereign 4th rank, not considered weak among the Starfire Python clan. Its body was much larger than its projection, coiling around the planet several times. Suddenly, it let out a roar. The aura of a god sovereign shattered the tranquility of the starry sky, causing nearby planets to deviate from their original orbits and fly away. The planet it was coiled around exploded, turning into dust. The soul mark it left on Lin Moyu had disappeared. This was a part of its soul power, but it had completely lost contact with it. It had permanently lost this part of its soul power. Although it was just a tiny part and would recover soon, it was a matter of dignity. Moreover, Lin Moyu had killed its descendant and even made a delicacy out of it. Thinking of this, it became extremely angry, its rage sweeping through the starry sky. The wrath of a god sovereign could destroy stars. Many small planets around it were crushed into fragments by its immense aura.
Humans, you deserve to die.
Its eyes were filled with anger, and its hatred for humans reached its peak. But without the soul mark, finding Lin Moyu would not be easy. It knew that Lin Moyu was in the Stellar Essence Fire Cluster. But which Stellar Essence Fire Cluster it did not know. Moreover, it could not enter the Stellar Essence Fire Cluster, as the suppression of the Great World Laws was unbearable. Even if it went in, finding Lin Moyu would not guarantee killing him. Entering the 5th battlefield with its god sovereign body would certainly attract the attention of other races' god sovereigns. The Starfire Python clan was not considered a strong race in the universe, and it did not dare to confront human god sovereigns head-on.
Damn it, I must kill him.
No god sovereign was a fool. It had just been blinded by anger. Now it had calmed down.
Humans are too powerful to provoke easily. But I have remembered your aura, you cannot escape. Go find the Celestial Clan, maybe they can reveal his true identity.
The Flame Python God Sovereign, with a sinister smile, disappeared into the void. Lin Moyu successfully completed his advancement, significantly increasing his strength. As his soul strengthened and his cultivation advanced, the power of his spells also became much stronger. Now, his skeleton god generals were strong enough to rival True God 9th rank. Even if they encountered a peak True God, they could surround and kill them. Lin Moyu found that as his realm advanced, his ability to fight across levels not only did not weaken but seemed to grow stronger. After advancing, Lin Moyu finally examined the Python core. The Python core was the essence of the Starfire Python, containing immense power and serving as an excellent storage tool. Inside, he found a total of 198 stellar essence fires.
Quite a number. It seems it also engaged in looting. Unfortunately, it all benefits me in the end.
With these 198 stellar essence fires, Lin Moyu now had 1,554 stellar essence fires, a considerable amount. Besides the stellar essence fires, the Python core also contained various other items. Many of these items came from other races, confirming Lin Moyu's earlier judgment that the Starfire Python did not collect the stellar essence fires itself, but looted them like he did. While sorting through the items, Lin Moyu found several weapons that clearly belonged to humans. Obviously, some humans had died at its hands.
What is this?
Lin Moyu saw a jade bead among the items. He sensed a soul aura and a trace of vitality from the bead. Lin Moyu played with the bead in his hand. The round jade bead looked flawless and very beautiful. Using a detection spell, Lin Moyu obtained information about the bead. Soul Pearl can contain a soul, preserving the last trace of vitality. Lin Moyu's heart stirred, and the next second, his soul had already entered the bead. Inside the bead was a small space, and he saw a woman, a human woman. To be precise, he saw her soul. The woman's soul was wearing a luxurious and exquisite soul garment. The soul garment emitted a powerful aura, firmly protecting the woman's soul. Lin Moyu could feel the strength of the soul garment, beyond his ability to break. Even with the soul-slashing sword, he couldn't break the soul garment. Judging by the soul garment, the woman's soul should also be very strong.
Who is this woman, And why is she in a coma?
Lin Moyu pondered, trying to wake her up, but after several attempts, it was futile. The woman remained unconscious, with no reaction. Due to the protection of the soul garment, Lin Moyu could not touch her soul. After studying it for a long time without any results, he had to give up. Lin Moyu planned to take the soul pearl back and give it to Zhu Tian. Perhaps with Zhu Tian's knowledge and experience, he could identify the woman. After organizing his gains, Lin Moyu continued forward. The resurrected beings cleared the way ahead. After the recent battle, the number of resurrected beings had been halved, leaving only 52. Each resurrected being had the combat power of a true god 7th rank, but they were still no match for a true god 8th rank. Especially against those who appeared to be true god 8th rank but had the combat power of a true god 9th rank, the difference was even greater. In the second stellar essence fire cluster, without exceptional cultivation, one would not come here. It was too dangerous. A distance of 100 million kilometers was not far. The temperature rose at an alarming rate, and when only 1,000,000 kilometers remained, the temperature had exceeded 10,000 degrees. The number of stellar essence fires here was greater, their quality higher, and they were more densely packed. Suddenly, a flash of fire appeared, and a resurrected being turned to ashes.
Flash fire. So this is flash fire.
Just seeing a flash of fire was enough to burn a resurrected being to death. Lin Moyu didn't even get a clear look at the stellar essence fire. The term,
flash fire,
was indeed fitting for this situation, appearing out of nowhere, flashing by, and disappearing in an instant. Stellar essence fires inherently contain strong law attacks, ranking high among second-tier laws. All the laws burst out in that instant. It seemed like a small disturbance, but the power was immense. According to Lin Moyu's knowledge, if a true god 8th rank encountered flash fire, they would be severely injured at best and dead at worst.
Flash stars, flash fires, what is going on? Usually invisible, suddenly appearing, why is it so strange?
Lin Moyu couldn't figure out the reason for the sudden appearance and disappearance of flash stars and flash fires. It seemed beyond his understanding of the world. The bone armor suddenly exploded and instantly collapsed. Lin Moyu felt a scorching heat invading his body, burning his soul. 1082. Chapter 1082. The bizarre second stellar essence fire cluster. In an instant, Lin Moyu's entire body turned red, as if he was about to burst into flames. The flames were not just burning his body, but also his soul. Outside his soul world, large flames appeared, surrounding the entire soul world and burning fiercely. But in just half a second, in the blink of an eye, the sudden flames completely retreated, as if they had never appeared. Only the residual heat remained, telling Lin Moyu that in that half second, he had been burned by flames of at least 10 million degrees. Both his body and soul had been burned once. Lin Moyu was shaken. Everything happened too fast and too suddenly, even he didn't react in time.
So this is a flash fire.
Lin Moyu knew he had truly experienced a flash fire. But the flash fire didn't cause him too much damage, and even the undead army didn't collapse. The attack power of the flash fire was not strong, just at the peak of the true god 8th rank. It was just that the damage from the flash fire manifested in an extremely bizarre way, erupting directly from within the body, germinating from the inside, rather than coming from the outside. In this situation, even the strongest defense would be rendered useless. The result was that it could not be defended against, only endured. Fortunately, Lin Moyu's defense was astonishingly strong, allowing him to withstand it unscathed. After experiencing the flash fire attack, Lin Moyu was actually relieved. The unknown is often the most terrifying, but after personally experiencing it, one would realize it was not that bad. But in the next second, a glimmer of light flashed in Lin Moyu's eyes.
It seems my physical body has become stronger, and my soul world has become more solid.
After some thought, Lin Moyu understood. The flash fire, which lasted less than half a second, had actually tempered his body and soul. It made his physical body stronger and his soul as well. Perhaps his soul quality didn't improve, nor did his soul power increase, but it became purer and more solid. The more solid the soul world, the stronger the defense, and the safer the soul. When soul manifestation is achieved, the safety would be even higher.
The flash fire is an opportunity. As long as one can withstand the flash fire, the body can be tempered repeatedly, and the soul can be solidified.
Lin Moyu had an epiphany. Everything has two sides. While the flash fire brings danger, it also brings opportunity. Lin Moyu's thoughts expanded further, and he realized that dark stars might also be an opportunity. Or perhaps lightning flashes. If one is struck but doesn't die, could there also be gains?
It's worth a try.
Lin Moyu made up his mind that when he leaves here, he can try to find dark stars. Whether it's suicidal or not, he would find out then. As for now, Lin Moyu began searching for premium stellar essence fires, while also looking for aliens. He had lost interest in ordinary stellar essence fires. Even if he wanted to obtain more, collecting them was not the way. The skeletons and resurrected beings scattered. Here, the original resurrected beings were no longer very useful. Even if the remaining 50 teamed up, they might not be able to defeat a true god 8th rank. Those who could survive here at the true god 8th rank were definitely not ordinary true god 8th ranks. Each of them had far superior vigilance and combat power compared to ordinary true god 8th ranks. Soon, a resurrected being encountered an alien. Before the resurrected being could act, the alien had already made a move. This alien happened to be collecting stellar essence fire. He suddenly unleashed the stellar essence fire, turning the area within tens of thousands of miles into a sea of fire. The resurrected beings were instantly buried in the sea of fire, while the alien calmly left within the sea of fire.
Very vigilant and decisive. Even the lives of their own kind are disregarded.
Among the resurrected beings buried in the sea of fire, one was actually of the same race as the alien. Perhaps the alien didn't notice, but it was enough to illustrate the issue. In this special area, everyone prioritized themselves. If there was danger, self-preservation came first. If one couldn't even take care of themselves, how could they have time to care about others? Suddenly, Lin Moyu felt a chill run down his spine. He knew his soul was being locked onto. Immediately after, a golden light fell, but Lin Moyu's undead wings shook, instantly severing the lock and avoiding the golden light. Looking up, about 10,000 miles away, there was a stellar essence fire. A golden eagle was hiding behind the stellar essence fire, launching an attack on Lin Moyu. This golden eagle clearly didn't expect Lin Moyu to react so quickly, and to be able to sever the soul lock. With one attack missed, the golden eagle wasted no time and immediately turned to leave, disappearing into the starry sky in an instant.
Also very decisive.
The scattered skeletons soon saw some other aliens. These aliens immediately launched attacks upon seeing the skeletons, without a word. Regardless of the outcome of the attacks, they immediately turned and left, never lingering. 3 or 4 times it was the same one missed attack, and they would flee thousands of miles away. This place was like an independent world with its own set of rules, different from what Lin Moyu had encountered before.
Could there be some problem with staying here for too long?
While pondering, Lin Moyu was also moving, not stopping. As a newcomer, he didn't fully understand yet. But since everyone was doing it, there must be a reason.
Perhaps I should find someone to ask.
Lin Moyu originally wanted to turn the Starfire Python into a resurrected being. But the Starfire Python had another use. Its flesh could be eaten, and its scales could be used as materials. If he turned it into a resurrected being, it would be too wasteful. Although resurrected beings only needed a part of the flesh to complete the resurrection, when the resurrected being died completely, anything related to it would disappear. Fortunately, there were also humans in this area. Lin Moyu soon saw a true god 8th rank human through the skeletons. The skeletons saw him from afar but didn't approach. Otherwise the human would definitely leave again. Lin Moyu went over himself and called out from a distance of thousands of miles.
Senior, may I ask a question?
The human saw Lin Moyu and frowned slightly.
Don't come any closer. Just say what you want to say.
Even when facing a human, the person remained vigilant. Although Lin Moyu's aura showed he was only at the true god's second rank, the person didn't relax. This tense state made Lin Moyu feel strange. Lin Moyu maintained a distance of thousands of miles from him.
May I ask why everyone here seems to be in such a hurry?
Lin Moyu thought for a moment but couldn't find the right words to describe it. The person said,
You mean why everyone doesn't linger, and leaves after 1 or 2 moves, right?
Lin Moyu nodded.
Yes, Senior, this is my first time here, and I don't quite understand.
The person said,
You're only at the true god's second rank, and you dare come here? You're quite daring, and you must be a genius. Let me advise you, you must be very careful here. This place is full of crises, especially those guys who love to deal with geniuses the most.
Those guys, Lin Moyu didn't quite understand.
Please enlighten me, Senior.
The person said,
It's actually quite simple. You should keep moving, don't stay still for too long, or there will be danger.
As he spoke, the person moved, shifting thousands of miles away. Lin Moyu didn't understand but followed, also shifting thousands of miles in parallel. The person said,
There are some guys who are good at sneak attacks and assassinations. Prolonged battles will attract them over. And
1083 Chapter 1083 Various Reasons. Searching for the star crossbow. Through his explanation, Lin Moyu finally understood. The reason why this area had become like this was mainly due to 2 reasons. First, there were activities of the Nether Clan. The Nether Clan and the Shadow Clan are somewhat similar. Both are races skilled in assassination. But there are slight differences between the two. The Shadow Clan excels in close-range stealth, ultimately delivering a fatal blow. The Nether Clan, however, can follow the laws and launch attacks from a distance. They can sense the fluctuations of laws from very distant regions and then stealthily approach. However, their attacks are much weaker compared to the Shadow Clan. The Shadow Clan can often unleash attacks that surpass their own level by 3 or 4 grades in an instant. Some powerful Shadow Clan members can even unleash attacks that cross major realms. There have been instances where a 9th-rank true god from the Shadow Clan successfully assassinated a 1st-rank god king. The Nether Clan, on the other hand, can generally only unleash attacks that surpass their own level by 1 grade and cannot fight across realms. But their ability to attack from a distance makes them more troublesome here. Under the illumination of the stellar essence fire, the Shadow Clan's close-range stealth becomes difficult. The Nether Clan, however, can launch deadly attacks from tens of thousands of kilometers away. But all of this has a premise. You must be engaged in a battle, and your law filled with soul aura must be locked onto by the Nether Clan for them to launch an attack. This is why you cannot engage in prolonged battles with others to guard against sneak attacks from the Nether Clan. As for why you cannot stay in one place for too long, this involves another matter. The Skybreaker clan has set up a star crossbow in a certain corner. The star crossbow is a god-king level weapon that can kill enemies across billions of kilometers. It is not a magical treasure. It is simply a weapon. It does not require any operator to use, nor does it need additional energy supply. It only absorbs the heat emitted by the stellar essence fire, which is enough to meet its needs. The most troublesome part is that it also has a stealth function, making it very difficult to detect. The Skybreaker clan has locked the entire stellar essence fire cluster with the star crossbow. As long as someone stays still for a long time, they will be locked onto by the star crossbow and subsequently attacked. The star crossbow can unleash attacks with the power of a peak true god, which almost no one can withstand. Only when very close to the stellar essence fire, due to the influence of the stellar essence fire's power, can the star crossbow not lock onto its target. This explains why people here always keep moving and never dare to stay still. These 2 reasons caused the phenomenon Lin Moyu saw earlier. Each race uses its own methods to obtain resources. The Nether Clan, with weak frontal combat abilities, uses their advantage to launch sneak attacks. The Skybreaker clan, with even weaker frontal combat abilities, excels in crafting and can create various peculiar weapons. So they use their advantage and set up the star crossbow. Lin Moyu estimated that there might be more than one. This is a battlefield, a place where all races compete. Any method can be used. As long as you can obtain resources and survive, that is victory. Each race uses its own means to compete with each other here.
Thank you for your guidance, Senior. I understand now.
Lin Moyu cupped his fists in gratitude. The person waved his hand.
No need to be polite. Take care of yourself and hope you return safely. Actually, you shouldn't have come.
After saying this, the person turned and left. Lin Moyu understood the meaning of his last words. Although not explicitly stated, it was well-intentioned advice. Being able to come here already proved his combat power. He was a genius and shouldn't have come here so early. If he had waited a few more levels until he reached the 5th or even 6th rank of True God, he might have been able to walk horizontally here. Lin Moyu kept moving.
This place is more dangerous than I imagined. Alien sneak attacks, flash fire attacks, Nether clan assassinations, Skybreaker clan's star crossbow. No wonder everyone here is always tense and never lingers. But the star crossbow seems like a good thing.
Lin Moyu thought about the information on the Skybreaker clan. This is a race with weak combat abilities but is very skilled in crafting. They have no major grudges with any race. They rely on trading with various races, selling their crafted war weapons in exchange for a large amount of resources. There was once a powerful race that tried to enslave the Skybreaker clan, making them their slaves to craft weapons exclusively for them. But this led to fierce resistance from the Skybreaker clan. The powerful race sent many god sovereigns, and even beings above the god sovereign level. In the end, the Skybreaker clan took out their crafted ultimate weapons, not only killing many god sovereigns but also severely injuring beings above the god sovereign level. The powerful race was severely damaged, and enemy races took advantage of their weakness, leading to a great war that resulted in the extinction of the powerful race. Since then, the races in the Great World realized that the Skybreaker clan was not to be trifled with. No one knows if the Skybreaker clan has even more powerful weapons. In the eyes of the strong from various races, the Skybreaker clan became like a porcupine. If you don't provoke them, they won't attack you and won't affect you. If you try to kick them out, if you kick too hard, you might get pricked. You might even be taken advantage of by others. With this lesson, no one dared to provoke the Skybreaker clan again. No one wanted to do such a thankless task. So the Skybreaker clan survived smoothly in the Great World and has continued to thrive to this day. The Skybreaker clan has various war weapons, and the star crossbow is one of them. Lin Moyu doesn't know much about crafting, but he knows the star crossbow is extremely valuable. If he can get his hands on it, it will definitely be worth a lot of points. His plans slightly changed. Besides searching for Luofei and premium stellar essence fires, he now also wanted to get a star crossbow. A few days later, the skeletons had spread throughout the stellar essence fire cluster. They encountered thousands of aliens and were attacked multiple times but did not find any trace of Luofei. Lin Moyu guessed that Luofei had most likely gone to the 3rd stellar essence fire cluster. He also did not find any premium stellar essence fires here. The probability of encountering premium stellar essence fires is very low, so not finding any is normal. Lin Moyu did not give up. He planned to continue deeper into the 3rd stellar essence fire cluster. Among the 3 tasks, finding premium stellar essence fires was the most important to him. But before leaving, he still wanted to try to get the star crossbow. Lin Moyu, who had been moving all the time, suddenly stopped. He waited quietly for 5 minutes, and a starlight lit up not far away. Lin Moyu saw a law arrow suddenly shoot out from the starlight, hitting him like lightning. The bone armor shattered on the spot, and the undead army was collectively severely damaged, almost collapsing. The star crossbow's attack was very powerful, reaching the peak of the true god level. But it was still not enough to harm Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu took the arrow and looked in the direction from which the law arrow had come. He silently counted.
1, 2, 3.
After 60 seconds, a white light lit up in the distant starry sky, and Lin Moyu firmly locked onto it. That was the approximate location of the star crossbow.
60 seconds, 18 million kilometers, not very far.
Lin Moyu took the arrow, deliberately activating the spell linkage. The light from the bone spikes and bone spears, after 60 seconds of flight, was captured by Lin Moyu. The speed of light in the starry sky is 300,000 kilometers per second. 60 seconds is about 18 million kilometers. Lin Moyu locked onto the direction, stepped on the light speed law halo, and shot out. At the same time, a skeleton appeared beside him. The spell linkage locked onto the position, and with the naked eye, soul, and the undead vision of the skeleton, Lin Moyu was confident he could find the star crossbow. 1084. Chapter 1084. Don't know why you're screaming. The star crossbow has the ability to become invisible. Lin Moyu couldn't see it with the naked eye, and even using soul power, it was difficult to sense. However, through the undead vision of the skeletons, he found its presence. In a hidden corner of the starry sky, a star crossbow with a diameter of only 10 meters was quietly placed there. The star crossbow was covered with runes, looking extremely exquisite. It was very quiet, and when not attacking, it was silent and hidden in the starlight, invisible to the naked eye. Even when it attacked, it only flashed with runes and disappeared in the blink of an eye. In the vast sea of stars, measured in billions of kilometers or even light years, such a small object with a diameter of only 10 meters was very inconspicuous. Finding it was indeed very difficult. Lin Moyu was not in a hurry to take it but admired the star crossbow, as if appreciating a work of art.
The Skybreaker clan indeed has great talent in crafting. The star crossbow is almost perfect. No need for control, no need for energy supply, self-invisibility, self-locking, combining all kinds of advantages. The runes on it.
The runes engraved on the star crossbow reminded Lin Moyu of the Great World runes. The two were very similar. Among the myriad races in the Great World, many races used barriers, formations, restrictions, and other means. Runes were one of them, and the human race also used runes in crafting. However, those runes were all formation runes, using runes to form formations. Unlike the Skybreaker clan, which directly used runes, these runes contained certain profound truths.
It seems the Skybreaker clan's understanding of runes has reached a very deep level. The world is fair. Although it didn't give you strong cultivation talent, it gave you crafting talent that can pierce the heavens.
Lin Moyu reached out and grabbed the star crossbow. The runes on the star crossbow immediately began to glow, and an invisible force spread out, preventing Lin Moyu from approaching. The originally extremely quiet star crossbow became agitated at this moment. Its aura almost reached the level of a god king. Although the star crossbow could only unleash attacks at the peak of the true god level, its body was indeed a god king level weapon. The materials used to make it were almost all god king level materials. The resistance force it erupted with was also extremely strong.
Useless!
Lin Moyu chuckled. If it were a god king in person, he might have difficulty dealing with it. But it was just a god king level war weapon far inferior to a real god king. With a movement of his soul power, the law domain instantly expanded, suppressing it. The undead law surged like a tide, eroding the resistance force of the star crossbow. The power of death could corrode everything, unstoppable. Soon, the runes on the star crossbow dimmed and stopped resisting. Lin Moyu firmly grasped it, and a flash of fire appeared from not far away. A law arrow accurately struck Lin Moyu. White light flashed on Lin Moyu's body, and the bone armor shattered. The undead army collectively suffered damage, almost reaching the brink of collapse. Lin Moyu seemed to have anticipated this.
As expected, there's another one.
He had previously guessed that there might be more than one star crossbow. Now it seemed his guess was correct. There was indeed more than one. Another star crossbow was hidden even deeper, usually unused, only launching a fatal attack when the one in front of him was discovered and taken. Unfortunately, an attack at the peak of the true god level couldn't harm him. Lin Moyu exerted force again, firmly grasping the star crossbow. A few seconds later, a point of white light lit up in the dark starry sky, so clear. Lin Moyu accurately captured the position of the white light, his lips curling up slightly.
8 seconds, 2.4 million kilometers, this time it's closer.
Using the same method, with spell linkage, Lin Moyu accurately locked onto the position of another star crossbow. The reason he guessed there was more than one star crossbow was related to the cautious nature of the Skybreaker clan. The Skybreaker clan was very cautious, always being extremely careful in everything they did, so they often left a backup plan. Lin Moyu used this point to guess that there might be a second star crossbow. The current situation confirmed his guess. The star crossbow was firmly grasped in his hand, and its resistance was no longer as intense. On the star crossbow there was a soul mark. Lin Moyu's soul power surged out, trying to erase the soul mark and replace it with his own. The soul mark on the star crossbow was activated, and an angry roar sounded.
How dare you seize the property of the Skybreaker clan?
Lin Moyu chuckled.
Do you know which race I belong to?
The other party was obviously stunned, clearly not understanding the meaning of Lin Moyu's words for a moment. Lin Moyu could sense the strength of the soul mark. It was a third-grade soul, and the owner of the soul mark was at most at the God King level. Without reaching the God Sovereign level, it was impossible to project over. Although they could transmit sound, they couldn't see him. Lin Moyu chuckled again.
Since you don't know which race I belong to, why are you screaming?
With that, his soul power surged, and his soul body raised a finger. The undead law frantically surged out, quickly erasing the other party's soul mark. Since they didn't know who he was, there was no need to be threatened. Lin Moyu left his soul mark on the star crossbow and then put it away. He hurried to the location of the other star crossbow. He had to take it before the Skybreaker clan arrived. This way, no one would know it was him, and even if the Skybreaker clan wanted to settle accounts, they wouldn't know who to look for. Soon, Lin Moyu found the second star crossbow. Using the same method, he quickly suppressed its resistance and erased the soul mark on it. The two star crossbows clearly belonged to the same person, as the soul marks were the same. The owner of the soul mark was furious, but it was useless. After taking the two star crossbows, Lin Moyu flapped his undead wings and instantly flew away, disappearing without a trace. A few minutes after he left, several Skybreaker clan members in exquisite armor arrived. Looking at the empty spot where the star crossbow was placed, they were helpless. Lin Moyu had long since left, disappearing without a trace, and they had no idea how to track him. Moreover, they didn't dare to place the star crossbow again, at least not for now. What if that guy came back?
How did he do it? No idea. How could he so accurately locate the star crossbow? Could it be that our Skybreaker clan's hidden runes have been cracked? Impossible. I think it might be a coincidence. No, we must report this back to the clan.
After some discussion, the Skybreaker clan members decided not to place the star crossbow for now. Lin Moyu took the two star crossbows, subtly changing the situation in the second stellar essence fire cluster. But at this moment, he had already left far away, officially heading towards the third stellar essence fire cluster. Not only was he heading to the third stellar essence fire cluster, but he also planned to test his limits along the way. After Lin Moyu left, a shadow flashed in the void. Not long after, Zhu Qiwu, sitting cross-legged on the number 10 star fortress, said faintly,
Killed the Starfire Python, remained unyielding before a god sovereign, possessing a proud spirit. Took the star crossbow, using spell linkage, a very clever little guy, quite interesting. Old Third's vision has always been good. It seems this time he was right again. Anyone he favors shouldn't be too bad. Keep watching.
Zhu Qiwu muttered a few words to himself and then closed his eyes again. 1085 Chapter 1085 Their Arsenic, My Sweet Candy. Lin Moyu left the second stellar essence fire cluster and once again faced the vast emptiness spanning hundreds of billions of kilometers. This battlefield area gave Lin Moyu the feeling of a boundless ocean, with the void as the sea and the stellar essence fire clusters as islands within it. While sailing in the sea, one would occasionally be struck by crashing waves. Dark stars were like oncoming giant waves that could be seen and avoided. But the flash stars that appeared without any warning were like rogue waves. Previously, Lin Moyu used his own method to avoid the flash stars as much as possible. But this time, he deliberately went to seek out the flash stars. Flash fires could temper the physical body and soul. Perhaps flash stars had a similar effect. Lin Moyu had tried using ordinary stellar essence fires before, but they had no effect. From this, he deduced that ordinary dark stars would also be useless. According to Lin Moyu's guess, flash stars and flash fires should possess something that ordinary stellar essence fires and dark stars lack. After flying away from the stellar essence fire cluster for tens of billions of kilometers, Lin Moyu discovered dark stars. Not just one, but a group of them. As he went deeper, the number of dark stars increased significantly. This time, Lin Moyu did not dodge. He chose a dark star with a diameter of less than 100 kilometers and deliberately collided with it. He wanted to verify his guess and see if ordinary dark stars had any miraculous effects. He was like a stone falling into a river, crashing onto the dark star. The dark star with a diameter of 100 kilometers shuddered violently. Its direction forcibly changed by Lin Moyu's impact, leaving a massive crater on its surface. Lin Moyu stood in the crater, his body flickering with white light, appearing completely unharmed. That collision was equivalent to withstanding a full-force attack from a peak true god. The undead army nearly collapsed collectively, and the dark star itself was knocked off its original trajectory. Lin Moyu's expression was devoid of joy or sorrow, as the events unfolded exactly as he had expected. Dark stars could not bring him any benefits. Just like ordinary stellar essence fires, dark stars had no special effects.
It seems I can only look for flash stars, but flash stars appear without any warning or pattern, leaving it all to luck.
The thought of relying on luck gave Lin Moyu a headache. Previously, in the second stellar essence fire cluster, he had only encountered one flash fire, and in the following days he didn't encounter any more. In contrast, the skeletons had encountered many. This situation also gave Lin Moyu a headache. He didn't know whether to consider himself lucky or unlucky. Others avoided flash stars and flash fires at all costs, fearing any encounter, while he had to find ways to actively seek them out, which was quite amusing when he thought about it. Lin Moyu deliberately slowed down his speed, wandering aimlessly in the starry sky, hoping to encounter a flash star. However, after flying nearly 30 billion kilometers over 2 days, he didn't encounter a single flash star.
It seems I really have to rely on luck. Forget it, let it be.
Lin Moyu said softly as he began to increase his speed. He no longer dwelled on whether he could encounter flash stars or not, and instead headed towards the third stellar essence fire cluster to search for premium stellar essence fires. Just as he was about to reach his maximum speed, a chill suddenly arose in his heart. In front of him, everything suddenly went dark, as if he had collided with an extremely solid iron wall, and then a tremendous force blew him away. Lin Moyu completely lost control of his body, flying backwards through the starry sky at a speed far exceeding 30,000 kilometers per second. The immense force struck every corner of his body, every inch of skin, and every piece of flesh and bone, tearing at his bones as if trying to rip his body into quarters. The attack power had already surpassed the true god realm, barely reaching the god king realm. The undead army finally collapsed, only to be quickly reborn under the effect of the undead spell. The massive impact force came as quickly as it went. After withstanding all the attacks, Lin Moyu found that his physical body had become stronger. The impurities within his body were expelled by this force, making his body purer. Possessing the heart of flame, his body grew stronger with every beat of the flaming heart. It was just that this kind of strengthening was gentle and slow, imperceptible, requiring a vast accumulation of time. Unlike the flash fires and flash stars, which were so intense and increased his strength to an astonishing degree. After experiencing a flash fire and a flash star, his body had become at least 10% stronger, and his soul had also grown stronger by a few percent. After flying tens of millions of kilometers away, Lin Moyu finally regained control of his body. He stood silently in the starry sky, comprehending the changes in his body.
Flash fires enhance the soul and internal organs, but their enhancement of the skin, bones, flesh, and blood is not significant. Flash fires also germinate from within, enhancing the inner self. But flash stars are pure external forces, enhancing the skin, flesh, bones, and blood. The two complement each other, forming a comprehensive enhancement. It's just too dangerous. Ordinary true gods cannot withstand it, and would die instantly. Their arsenic, my sweet candy. It's a pity that everything depends on luck and cannot be forced.
Lin Moyu's heart was at peace. Some things can only be obtained through destiny. If one tries to force it, the outcome will not be good. But this does not mean one should not strive. On the contrary, if one day there is an opportunity that must be seized, then immense strength is needed to support it. Lin Moyu's thoughts were clear, and he no longer lingered, flying towards the third stellar essence fire cluster. Following the direction of the flowing laws and the changes in temperature, Lin Moyu's course was flawless. Along the way, he no longer pursued flash stars, using the skeletons to avoid useless dark stars, and his speed increased. 3 days later, Lin Moyu entered the range covered by the stellar essence fire cluster. The dense firelight was like a narrow galaxy hanging in the pitch-black depths of space. Compared to the second stellar essence fire cluster, the scale was much larger. This area belonged to the realm of activity for True God 9th rank or peak True God cultivators. Here, the probability of encountering premium stellar essence fires increased significantly. Lin Moyu did not know what premium stellar essence fires looked like, but he knew that if he saw them, he would definitely recognize them. This place was more dangerous, and there were far fewer people who could be active here. Those who came here had already lost interest in ordinary stellar essence fires. They came for the premium stellar essence fires. The stellar essence fires here were more powerful and hotter. Even from 100 million kilometers away, the temperature had already exceeded 100,000 degrees. If one continued to approach, it might reach millions of degrees. Only those who were extremely confident in their strength or possessed special treasures dared to collect stellar essence fires here. As the distance to the stellar essence fire cluster decreased, Lin Moyu discovered a completely new phenomenon. The stellar essence fires here were actually moving. All the stellar essence fires were moving in an orderly fashion through the starry sky, like planets. Lin Moyu witnessed a stellar essence fire passing by him at a distance of only 10,000 kilometers, almost grazing his face. As the stellar essence fire flew past, it brought a terrifying heat wave, causing the temperature to soar instantly. Fortunately, Lin Moyu was completely immune to pure elements. As long as they were not mixed with laws, no matter how hot they were, they could not harm him. Soon after, another stellar essence fire rushed towards him. Although Lin Moyu was not afraid, he didn't want to be burned by the stellar essence fire, so he naturally dodged. Within the heat wave, a beam of fire shot out, sweeping towards Lin Moyu. 1086. Chapter 1086. Is this the demon fire? Not impressive ***. Lin Moyu didn't expect that after the stellar essence fire, there would be hidden aliens. Flames soared into the sky, carrying countless fire lines, raising a large fire rain in the starry sky, sweeping towards Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu glanced at the fire rain, showing no fear, neither dodging nor evading. Such a minor attack didn't require him to dodge. The bone armor on his body shone brightly, but in less than a second, the bone armor shattered. At the same time, a strange cry sounded. In the flames behind the stellar essence fire, a white light appeared. The spell linkage automatically locked onto the enemy, so Lin Moyu didn't need to search. Lin Moyu pointed his finger at the opponent, casting the time curse. A flash of red light passed by, and the opponent only let out a muffled groan. The soul attack did not work as effectively as before.
The soul is strong.
Lin Moyu sensed that the opponent's soul was at least at the 3rd grade and had a soul defense treasure, blocking his soul attack. At this moment, Lin Moyu also saw the opponent's appearance. It was a demon entirely wrapped in flames.
A flame demon!
Lin Moyu recognized at a glance that this was a member of the Flame Demon clan, known for their mastery of fire. This clan was naturally close to fire elements and could easily control fire laws with minimal training. Among the demon clans, there are two main factions: Hell Demons and Abyss Demons. One of the sources of power for the Abyss Demons is the Abyssal Fire. The Flame Demons are said to be born from the Abyssal Fire, making them one of the most ancient and primitive demons. They are extremely powerful, ranking at the top among those of the same level. The Flame Demon in front of him, at the 9th rank of True God, should possess the combat power of a peak True God. If his laws were strong enough, he could even surpass the peak of True God. Lin Moyu's soul attack clearly made him uncomfortable. The Flame Demon roared.
Human, die!
The fire rain instantly transformed into fire dragons, baring their fangs and claws as they lunged at Lin Moyu. The stellar essence fire erupted, and the Flame Demon used his own laws to trigger the stellar essence fire, greatly enhancing his attack power. His eyes gleamed with bloodlust.
You are the 108th human to die by my hand. A mere True God 2nd rank dares to come here, seeking death. Boy, remember, the one who killed you is Hula Lai, the great Flame Demon.
Lin Moyu shook his head.
I've killed too many demons to remember which number you are.
The dual law domains suddenly expanded, blocking all the fire dragons outside. The killing law and the undead law merged, and Lin Moyu's killing intent surged. Whether in the past or now, he had only one word for demons: kill. Countless skeleton god generals appeared, and in the next moment, sword chi crisscrossed, slashing all the fire dragons to pieces.
What is this?
Hula Lai let out a strange cry and retreated rapidly. His reaction was quick, but unfortunately, the skeleton god generals were even faster, catching up in an instant and surrounding him. Sword chi intertwined, leaving him no room to dodge. The Flame Demon was engulfed in flames, forming a fiery armor. In the next second, his soul leaped out, also enveloped in flames. Soul manifestation, the most powerful technique in the True God realm. His soul wore a finely crafted armor, which had blocked Lin Moyu's soul attack. The soul let out a roar, turning the surrounding area into a sea of fire. The skeleton god generals were roasted by the laws in the sea of fire, seemingly unable to hold on for long. The Lich General appeared, starting to heal the skeleton god generals. More skeleton god generals appeared, thousands of them, surrounding the Flame Demon and launching a fierce attack. Although the sea of fire was powerful, it was no longer enough to burn the skeleton god generals after Lin Moyu's upgrade. At this moment, the skeleton god generals possessed the combat power of a 9th rank True God. Even if they were slightly weaker than the Flame Demon, Lin Moyu had an absolute numerical advantage. Now, with just 1,000 skeleton god generals, Hula Lai was already in a miserable state. Hula Lai could see that each skeleton god general was only slightly weaker than himself. Even with his soul manifestation, greatly enhancing his law power, he still couldn't kill them. Around Lin Moyu, there were several strange beings healing the skeletons. This was the first time he had seen such a fighting style.
Damn human, how can you have so many puppets? Don't think these puppets can protect you. You are too weak.
He thought the skeletons were all Lin Moyu's puppets. His eyes turned, and the flames on his soul body boiled, merging with his own flames.
Weak human, die! Demon fire, burn everything!
With a roar, he transformed into flames, charging at Lin Moyu. His speed was so fast that he crossed thousands of miles in an instant, appearing in front of Lin Moyu. Since he couldn't kill the skeletons, he decided to kill Lin Moyu, the controller. In his eyes, Lin Moyu was too weak, only at the 2nd rank of True God, easily crushable. Lin Moyu chuckled.
Weak or not, you'll find out.
The demon fire engulfed Lin Moyu, who neither dodged nor evaded, letting the demon fire burn him. Seeing this, the Flame Demon thought Lin Moyu was scared stiff, unable to dodge. After all, he was only a 2nd rank True God. How strong could he be? The flame demon laughed maniacally.
Demon fire can burn everything. Struggle, suffer, wail.
In the firelight, Lin Moyu just looked at him calmly, so calm that it scared him. He didn't understand why Lin Moyu was unharmed. Why was his demon fire useless? Lin Moyu took a deep breath, inhaling some of the demon fire, his eyes showing disdain.
Is this the demon fire? Not impressive. Can't you be stronger? You're at the peak of true God. Can't you fight across realms? Disappointing. Since that's the case, you're useless.
Hearing Lin Moyu's words, Kulalai was terrified, his soul filled with cold fear. He turned to flee, but a strange star appeared behind Lin Moyu, and his soul leaped out. The soul raised a finger, and the soul-slashing sword flew out. The flame demon let out a scream, the fiery armor on his soul body cracking. The soul-slashing sword was a top-grade God King treasure, much stronger than the flame demon's fiery armor. With one slash, the fiery armor was almost shattered. The flame demon screamed and tried to escape, but the skeleton god generals surrounded him, leaving no room for escape. The second slash of the soul-slashing sword shattered the fiery armor completely. The third slash heavily injured the flame demon's soul, almost collapsing his law domain. The flame demon's screams weakened.
Spare me, please, I don't want to die.
Lin Moyu's voice was cold.
This slash is for the 108 human comrades you killed.
The fourth slash destroyed the flame demon's soul, ending his life. The flame demon's body floated quietly in the starry sky, the flames gradually extinguishing, revealing his true form. The true form of the flame demon was small, less than a meter tall. Usually, they were always enveloped in flames, never revealing their true form. Lin Moyu's face was slightly pale. Wielding the soul-slashing sword consumed a lot of soul power. If he were still at the first rank of true god, he could only slash 3 times. Now at the second rank, he could barely slash 4 times. In fact, the power of the fourth slash was already much weaker. If the flame demon had any trump cards left, he might have been able to escape.
A second-rank true god, reversing the peak of true god. Another genius from the human race. Unfortunately, you're about to die.
A cold laugh echoed in the starry sky. 1087, 1087. Chapter 1087. Completing the bounty mission, killing Luo Fei. Books are like a praying mantis catching cicadas, with the little birds trailing behind, or clams fighting while the fisherman reaps the benefit. No matter which scenario, it doesn't really matter. After all, this is a battlefield. There is no fairness to speak of. Using every possible means to survive is the true victory. The losers have to pay with their lives. Fairness is meaningless to the dead. The stellar essence fire had flown far away, and in the pitch-black depths of space, a figure appeared. He was wearing a peculiar outfit which should be a magic treasure. This magic treasure could conceal his aura and change colors to blend in with the surroundings. That's why Lin Moyu didn't discover his presence earlier. This person's appearance was somewhat similar to humans, except he had a bird-like beak. On his back there was a single wing, not a pair. The Winged Clan, also known as the Single Wing Clan. It is said that they are a branch of the Angel Clan, but the Angel Clan never acknowledges their existence. But to those with discerning eyes, it is clear that the Winged Clan has a deep connection with the Angel Clan. The techniques and laws they specialize in are very similar between the two clans. The only difference is that the Angel Clan has at least 1 pair of wings, while the Winged Clan only has 1 wing.
Luo Fei?
Lin Moyu looked at him, sensing his aura. True God 9th rank, possessing the ability of soul manifestation, he could also be called a true God peak. A Winged Clan member of this level should most likely be Luo Fei. He let out a hearty laugh.
Didn't expect you to know me. Am I on your human race's bounty list? I suppose so. I've been active here for years, killing no less than 1,000 of your humans, and among them were many talents. Today, I'll add more human lives to my tally.
Seeing him openly admit it, a smile appeared on Lin Moyu's face.
It's good that you admit it. I've been looking for you for a long time, and finally found you.
Luo Fei sneered.
Looking for me? Are you in a hurry to die?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
Naturally, it's to kill you. Ha 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 ha.
Lin Moyu's words made Luo Fei burst into laughter. Luo Fei laughed almost maniacally.
Too funny, you think you can kill me? Even if you were at your peak, you wouldn't be worth looking at, let alone now that you've exhausted your soul power. You can fight across levels, but so can I.
Lin Moyu's gaze locked onto Luo Fei.
We'll see in a moment. No need to wait, you can go die now.
With a wave of Luo Fei's hand, the wing on his back flapped violently, causing ripples in space. An invisible force shot out, enveloping a large area of the starry sky. Space became viscous, and Lin Moyu immediately felt as if he was trapped in a quagmire, unable to move an inch. This feeling not only affected his physical body but also his soul. Lin Moyu couldn't help but frown.
The binding law.
The winged clan excels in the binding law, which can form powerful restraining forces, making it difficult for enemies to move and turning them into easy targets to slaughter. At this moment, Luo Fei's wing flapped again, shedding a feather. The feather exploded, and in an instant, countless feather phantoms appeared in the starry sky. The binding force became even stronger, making it almost impossible for Lin Moyu to move at all. Even lifting his hand became difficult. The binding law's power surged from all directions, like countless ropes tightly binding him. Luo Fei sneered.
Despair, you're now just a living target. I'll slice off your flesh piece by piece.
A slender, razor-sharp sword appeared in Luo Fei's hand. Lin Moyu let out a light shout, and his law domain opened. Under the influence of the binding law, Lin Moyu's dual law domain was also affected, only able to maintain a space of about 10 meters in radius before being unable to expand further. The feather phantoms flew over and attached themselves to Lin Moyu's law domain, like a cage locking it in place.
Useless, your law domain is ineffective against my binding law.
Luo Fei laughed loudly as his entire body shone brilliantly, instantly appearing in front of Lin Moyu. At this moment, a strange star rose above Lin Moyu's head, and his soul leaped out, gently pointing at Luo Fei. The soul-slashing sword shot out like lightning, stabbing towards Luo Fei. Luo Fei's expression changed drastically, caught off guard by Lin Moyu's sudden attack, unable to react in time. The soul-slashing sword entered Luo Fei's soul world, and Luo Fei's entire body trembled as he let out a muffled groan. In the next second, the soul-slashing sword flew back, returning to Lin Moyu's soul. Luo Fei's entire body shone even brighter, and a solid soul appeared outside his body. Soul manifestation. Luo Fei's soul also held a long sword, and a glowing feather surrounded his soul. There was a sword mark on the feather, left by the soul-slashing sword. Luo Fei's eyes burned with anger as he said coldly,
Didn't expect your soul power to recover so quickly. Looks like I can't play with you anymore. Your soul treasure is not bad, I'll take it.
Lin Moyu had just slashed out 4 swords in a row, completely exhausting his soul power. However, with the talent tree's existence, his soul power recovered at an astonishing speed. During the brief conversation, he had already recovered a significant amount, allowing him to slash out the 5th sword. Caught off guard, Luo Fei had suffered a small loss, and his soul's defensive equipment was slightly damaged. Lin Moyu showed no fear.
I don't want to play with you either.
As the words fell, Luo Fei suddenly felt an extreme sense of danger. A chill rose from the depths of his soul, as if he was facing a mortal threat and could die at any moment. But Lin Moyu was clearly bound and couldn't move at all. So where did this sense of crisis come from?
Could it be someone else hiding?
His thought had just arisen when his soul exploded. Planetary level spell. Corpse explosion. Lin Moyu detonated the flame demon's corpse, targeting Luo Fei's soul. Normally, a soul couldn't be harmed, but Luo Fei had manifested his soul. After soul manifestation, the soul takes on a physical form composed of laws, with the soul as the core, becoming the most powerful attack method in the true god realm. However, the downside is that the soul becomes extremely fragile. If it suffers an attack beyond its limits, the laws will collapse, and the soul will be injured or even annihilated. The flame demon was also at the true god 9th rank, perhaps not as strong as Luo Fei, but the difference wouldn't be too significant. Among the same rank, no one could withstand a corpse explosion. In Luo Fei's horrified gaze, the feather protecting his soul shattered, the laws were destroyed, and his soul suffered a violent impact. Luo Fei's first reaction was to retreat his soul back into his body. At this moment, a red light flashed past. Fusion spell. Time curse. The soul attack became the final straw that crushed Luo Fei. Luo Fei's soul turned into starlight, scattering in the silent starry sky. His eyes rapidly lost their color, completely devoid of life. With Luo Fei's death, the binding force also disappeared. Lin Moyu flicked his finger, releasing a ball of flame that instantly turned Luo Fei into a human torch. The soul that had just dissipated was reborn in a mysterious way within Luo Fei's body, completing the resurrection. Luo Fei had now become a new resurrected being. He knelt motionlessly before Lin Moyu. Looking down at him, Lin Moyu slowly asked,
"How many humans have you killed in total?"
Without hesitation, Luo Fei immediately answered,
499.
For 99, that's quite a number. With Luo Fei's methods, ordinary true gods would indeed find it difficult to resist. Lin Moyu continued,
Have you ever found any premium stellar essence fires?
Luo Fei immediately responded,
I have, but it will take another 2 days. Explain in detail.
1088. Chapter 1088, Hundreds of Billions of Kilometers, the fourth stellar essence fire cluster. Lin Moyu obtained all of Luo Fei's gains. Luo Fei was very wealthy, having killed and plundered extensively on the battlefield over the years, amassing a great deal of loot. Just the stellar essence fires alone numbered 3,122. In addition, there were many other items. Lin Moyu didn't bother to check them one by one and put them all away. Including what he obtained from the flame demon, Lin Moyu now had over 6,000 stellar essence fires. While collecting these, he also learned a lot of information from Luo Fei. It turns out that premium stellar essence fires are formed by the fusion and evolution of ordinary stellar essence fires. At least 100 ordinary stellar essence fires must gather together to give birth to one premium stellar essence fire. Premium stellar essence fires have the effect of enhancing the fusion degree of spells, but the extent of the enhancement varies from person to person. As Lin Moyu thought, as long as there are enough premium stellar essence fires, planetary level spells can be upgraded to stellar level spells. The key issue is that premium stellar essence fires are extremely rare and hard to come by. Each time, a fierce battle ensued, and he failed to obtain 2 of them, ending up as the loser. The one premium stellar essence fire he did obtain increased the fusion degree of one of his planetary level spells from 40% to 80%, nearly doubling it. If he could find another one, he could upgrade it to a stellar level spell. Unfortunately, Luo Fei had bad luck and never found another one. This time, he finally discovered another premium stellar essence fire in the process of forming and was preparing to seize it. Many others had also discovered it, and another fierce battle was inevitable. Luo Fei was not entirely confident, as there were many strong individuals in the third stellar essence fire cluster. Among them were several people Luo Fei admitted he couldn't defeat. So he planned to wait for the right moment, preferably striking when the others were fiercely competing. However, he knew that others would also be on guard, and it was uncertain who would ultimately obtain the premium stellar essence fire. Luo Fei calculated that he had at most a 30% chance of success. The premium stellar essence fire still needed a few days to fully form, and he happened to witness the battle between the flame demon and Lin Moyu. Seeing Lin Moyu's soul power exhausted, so he wanted to take the opportunity to kill Lin Moyu. The winged clan and the human race are mortal enemies, with a history of endless conflict. Ironically, the winged clan and the demon clan are also mortal enemies. The relationships among them are very complex. Under Luo Fei's guidance, Lin Moyu saw the premium stellar essence fire forming from a distance of 100,000 kilometers. The brilliant fireball burned brightly in the starry sky. Many stellar essence fires revolved around it, occasionally merging into it, becoming part of it. For stellar essence fires, this is their path to evolution. Premium stellar essence fires have the potential to develop consciousness and evolve into life forms. There have been such cases in the past. Once a premium stellar essence fire with consciousness appears, it becomes an even more valuable material. Regardless of the previous fusion degree, it can be upgraded to a stellar level spell. However, the probability of developing consciousness is very low. Even if it does develop consciousness, no one here can subdue it, and it could become dangerous. To subdue a premium stellar essence fire, one needs at least the strength of a peak true god. If it has consciousness, then at least God King level strength is required. For someone like Luo Fei who needs to fight across realms, subduing it becomes extremely difficult. Historically, when premium stellar essence fires developed consciousness, they often killed many 9th rank true gods. Lin Moyu asked many questions and learned a lot from Luo Fei. After all, Luo Fei had been here for many years and had considerable strength, so he knew much more than others. According to Luo Fei, beyond the 3rd stellar essence fire cluster, if one continues another 100 billion kilometers, they will reach the 4th stellar essence fire cluster. There, the number of premium stellar essence fires is greater, and there is a higher chance of encountering those with consciousness. However, getting there is extremely dangerous, with many dark stars and flash stars along the way. Upon arrival, one must also be wary of flash fires and finally subdue the premium stellar essence fires. Without God King level strength, it is almost certain death. Even if a God King comes, their strength will be suppressed to the 9th rank of true God, and it will still be dangerous. But such danger did not deter Lin Moyu. He knew where he needed to go next. The 4th stellar essence fire cluster, with its flash stars along the way, flash fires within the cluster, and premium stellar essence fires, was exactly what he needed. Such a good place, how could he not go? He ordered the resurrected Luo Fei to lure hostile races over the next 2 days. Facing several peak true gods at once would be troublesome. With a few days left, Lin Moyu also needed to make some preparations. He was determined to obtain the premium stellar essence fire. Luo Fei left to carry out his orders, while Lin Moyu concealed his presence. The starry sky is vast, and as long as he doesn't expose himself, it won't be easy for others to find him. Lin Moyu kept a distance of 500,000 kilometers from the premium stellar essence fire, a distance he could cover in just a few seconds. He kept the entire premium stellar essence fire under his watchful eye, ensuring no surprises. Half a day later, Luo Fei brought back the first target. This time, it was a member of the Silver Horn clan, another race that had once besieged the human race and was considered a mortal enemy. The Silver Horn clan is named for the silver horn on their heads. Their silver horns naturally contain the lightning law, and after reaching adulthood, they excel at manipulating the lightning law. Most Silver Horn clan members can transform the lightning law into the more powerful explosive lightning law. Luo Fei pretended to be weak, fleeing in front. The Silver Horn clan member chased relentlessly. Lin Moyu didn't know what Luo Fei had done to provoke him, but the Silver Horn clan member was extremely angry. The two chased and fled, quickly reaching the location Lin Moyu had prepared. Luo Fei suddenly turned, fully using the binding law, and his law domain expanded, with feather phantoms filling the starry sky, trapping the Silver Horn clan member. The Silver Horn clan member roared in anger, and his silver horn erupted with lightning. The lightning transformed into thousands of lightning beads, exploding in the starry sky. Amidst the thunderous explosions, Luo Fei's binding law became unstable, on the verge of collapse. Logically, Luo Fei should either flee or use soul manifestation for a final struggle. But Luo Fei did neither. He continued to control the Silver Horn clan member with his law. The Silver Horn clan member roared,
Your binding law has only restraining power, no killing effect. You are not my match. Dare to provoke me, just wait for death.
Before he could finish speaking, thousands of skeleton god generals appeared, surrounding him from all directions.
What are these things?
The Silver Horn clan member was stunned, not understanding why so many skeletons suddenly appeared. Before he could react, he was engulfed by a dense barrage of sword chi. Trapped by Luo Fei, the Silver Horn clan member had no way to escape and could only endure the Skeleton God General's attacks. Each sword chi from the Skeleton God Generals reached the level of a 9th rank true god, each capable of causing him harm. In no time he was covered in wounds, screaming in pain. Wave after wave of sword chi flew by, and his screams grew weaker until they finally ceased. 1089 Chapter 1089 Tricolor Essence Fire, Starry Sky Fishman Clan. The Silver Horn clan member died miserably. Lin Moyu's attack left no part of his body intact, almost completely dismembering him. He originally had a high-grade true god-level defensive treasure, but it was also completely shattered. With over 10,000 skeletons attacking in continuous waves, nearly 100,000 true god 9th rank sword chi fell upon him. How could he possibly withstand it? In the undying flame, the Silver Horn clan member's injuries healed, and his soul reassembled, granting him a brief
life.
Once more, Lin Moyu gave the same order to the Silver Horn clan member, instructing him and Luo Fei to act separately, attracting more people over. Lin Moyu remained in place, waiting for the prey to come to him. Soon, the second and third prey took the bait. Luo Fei's binding law was extremely effective, making it difficult for the prey to resist. In fact, Lin Moyu knew that his bone prison was equally effective, even stronger than Luo Fei's binding law. The main issue was his own level. The bone prison could at most trap enemies at the true god 5th or 6th rank. Eventually, Luo Fei stopped acting and left the task of attracting prey to other resurrected beings. In the blink of an eye, 2 days passed, and Lin Moyu now had 20 resurrected beings under his command. 2 days later, under Lin Moyu's watchful eye, the premium stellar essence fire fully formed. Red, orange, and yellow. It emitted a tricolor radiance, with the 3 colors intertwining within the flames, creating countless beautiful hues, mesmerizing to behold. Lin Moyu knew that this premium stellar essence fire was also known as the tricolor essence fire. The tricolor essence fire is formed from about 100 ordinary stellar essence fires and is the most common type among premium stellar essence fires. Generally speaking, it can increase the fusion degree of spells by about 20% to 30%. However, it cannot transform planetary-level spells into stellar-level spells. Even if a planetary-level spell's fusion degree has reached 99%, it is useless. Its limit is just that, with no way to surpass it. To elevate a planetary-level spell to a stellar-level spell, at least a 5-color essence fire is needed. Similarly, the tricolor essence fire cannot develop independent consciousness. Seeing that it was only a tricolor essence fire, Lin Moyu felt a bit disappointed. He currently had 6 spells at the planetary level. Among them, the soul calming spell taught by Antares could never be elevated to the stellar level and could be ignored. Among the remaining 5, the fusion degree of Summon Skeleton King was the lowest at only 30%. This was the spell Lin Moyu prioritized for enhancement. He wanted to see if, after Summon Skeleton King became a stellar level spell, it could combine with other summoning spells to form a 9-star spell system. The tricolor essence fire fully formed, radiating immense power, and the surrounding temperature rapidly increased, turning an area of 100,000 kilometers into a sea of fire. In the sea of fire, shadows flickered, and the true gods who had been waiting for days revealed themselves, rushing towards the tricolor essence fire. Massive laws clashed in the starry sky, and a fierce battle erupted on the spot.
The tricolor essence fire is mine. Anyone who dares to take it will be slaughtered by me.
The speaker was a true god from the Bull Demon clan. The Bull Demon clan is known for their formidable combat strength and aggressive nature. Their temper is fiery, and they bow to no one. They are known for their stubbornness, even in death, with their horns always pointing skyward, symbolizing their defiance. The strong individual from the Bull Demon clan was named Nyoda, one of the people Luo Fei feared.
Rubbish! A wild bull dares to boast. I'll chop off your head and drink to it.
Another voice rang out, filled with arrogance and killing intent. This time, the speaker was a strong human. Among the various races in the great world, humans are not particularly gifted, and their combat strength at the same level is average. However, the human race always produces some geniuses capable of fighting across levels, suppressing other races. Lin Moyu knew this person was named Chen Huang, someone who had previously caused trouble for Luo Fei, nearly killing him several times. As soon as Chen Huang finished speaking, a soft voice chimed in.
Why don't you two have a good fight? How about giving the tricolor essence fire to this princess?
Though the voice was soft, it carried an air of dominance. A beautiful woman, adorned with stars and moon, slowly flew over. She was draped in a light veil, her movements graceful, and with a wave of her delicate hand, starlight fell like rain. Nyoda and Chen Huang's expressions changed simultaneously, and they quickly retreated, clearly unwilling to confront the starlight. Lin Moyu could sense the killing intent within the starlight. Though it was the starlight law in her hands, it was filled with lethal intent. Her name was Yu Qingru, a princess of the Starry Sky Fishman clan. Among those Luo Fei feared, she ranked first. She appeared beautiful and graceful, her demeanor gentle, but in Luo Fei's description, she was an incredibly terrifying woman. The Starry Sky Fishman clan, despite having
human
in their name, had no relation to the human race. However, the two races were not enemies and had little interaction. The Starry Sky Fishman clan was very mysterious, and Lin Moyu had only found a few brief mentions of them in the information he had read. But seeing Chen Huang and Yoda's reactions, combined with Luo Fei's words, Lin Moyu felt a hint of apprehension towards Yu Qingru. Lin Moyu sensed that Yu Qingru was not ordinary. Her eyes did not seem to value the tricolor essence fire as much as others did. Unlike the greedy and possessive looks others had for the tricolor essence fire, her gaze seemed more like she was playing an interesting game, with true god peaks like Chen Huang and Yoda merely her toys. Lin Moyu remained still, planning to observe the situation. Yu Qingru laughed softly.
Since you two don't dare to fight, this princess will not be polite.
With that, she gently waved her hand towards the tricolor essence fire, conjuring a delicate hand in the starry sky, reaching for the tricolor essence fire. In her palm was a teardrop-shaped object, capable of absorbing the tricolor essence fire. Nyoda's temper flared, and he roared,
Courting death! Don't think I won't kill a woman!
He shouted angrily, brandishing his weapon. A giant axe, several meters long, swept through the starry sky. In an instant, countless axe shadows, each over 1,000 meters long, appeared, slicing through Yu Qingru's hand projection. Chen Huang did not act but instead retreated a bit, clearly intending to watch the show. Yu Qingru laughed softly, sending out a shower of starlight. The starlight shattered the axe shadows on the spot. Then, the starlight transformed into arrows, shooting towards Nyoda.
One axe to split the heavens!
Nyoda did not dodge. With a roar, he swung his axe again. A massive axe, tens of thousands of meters long, appeared in the starry sky, shattering the starlight arrows and descending upon Yu Qingru. Yu Qingru continued to laugh softly, showing no fear. She didn't block the attack but instead looked to the side, as if giving up. In the direction of her gaze, a true god 9th rank member of the Flying Serpent clan suddenly disappeared, and Yu Qingru appeared in his place. The Flying Serpent clan member found himself in Yu Qingru's original position, bound and unable to move. Nyoda's axe, which had locked onto its target with soul power, now targeted the Flying Serpent clan member.
No!
The Flying Serpent clan member screamed in terror, but it was futile. Nyoda's axe shattered him into pieces on the spot. 1090. Chapter 1090. The Powerful Yu Qingru Space Law. The entire world seemed to quiet down, and the atmosphere became somewhat eerie. Anyone who saw this scene would feel a chill down their spine. No one knew how Yu Qingru did it or why the positions of the two people switched. The Flying Serpent clan member inexplicably became Yu Qingrou's scapegoat. The Starry Sky Fishman clan is very mysterious, and their information rarely circulates in the outside world. Therefore, few people understand their secret techniques. Most people only know that the Starry Sky Fishman clan is not to be trifled with and should be avoided if possible. Yu Qingrou's beautiful eyes scanned the surroundings. Those who met her gaze quickly retreated, some in fear. The unknown is often the most terrifying.
Damn it, take another axe from me. One axe to split the heavens.
Nyoda, unwilling to accept defeat, swung his axe again. A massive axe shadow, tens of thousands of meters long, descended from the sky, aiming to crush Yu Qingrou. Nyoda wore a cruel smile, his soul firmly locking onto Yu Qingrou. Yu Qingrou showed no fear, tilting her head playfully as she looked around. Everyone quickly retreated, fearing they would be the next Flying Serpent clan member.
You'll do!
Yu Qingrou's gaze finally fell on Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu was slightly stunned, wondering why he was chosen. Could it be because he seemed the easiest to bully with the weakest cultivation? Lin Moyu saw a space crack thinner than a hair appear in front of him. A force surged from the crack like a pair of large hands trying to drag him in. At the same time, this force formed a space constraint trying to trap him. A white light flashed on Lin Moyu's body, shattering the power of the space crack, leaving him unmoved. Yu Qingrou let out a soft
Huh!
surprised that her secret technique had failed. At this moment, the massive axe was already descending. Yu Qingrou sighed softly, and a delicate long sword appeared in her hand. With a casual swing, the long sword sliced through the starry sky like cutting through glass, shattering the massive axe shadow. The difference in power was evident. Nyoda and Yu Qingrou were simply not on the same level. Nyoda couldn't believe it. When Yu Qingrou swung her sword, he felt like he was facing a god king, not someone of the same realm. Not only him, but Qian Huang also felt the same. Yu Qingrou didn't take Nyoda seriously at all. To her, everything seemed like a game. She was now very interested in Lin Moyu, wondering why her usually infallible secret technique failed on him. She didn't know that Lin Moyu had a passive technique that made him immune to any abnormal status. If the space crack had directly tried to drag him in with brute force, Lin Moyu might have had to resist. But since it tried to bind him first, Lin Moyu was immune. As long as he wasn't bound, the subsequent force was not strong enough to affect him. Naturally, it had no impact on Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu also looked at Yu Qingrou with interest.
Space law.
He sensed that the law Yu Qingrou used was indeed the space law. This was the first time he encountered someone who mastered a first-tier law. First-tier laws are extremely difficult to comprehend, almost 1 in a billion in the great world. Among the billions of humans, those who can comprehend a first-tier law are very few. Unexpectedly, Yu Qingrou had comprehended the space law. The Starry Sky Fishman clan was not only mysterious but also powerful. Yu Qingrou's beautiful eyes curved into crescent moons.
You're interesting.
Lin Moyu asked softly.
Why did you choose me? You know why.
Yu Qingrou laughed.
It seems it's because my realm is not high enough.
Lin Moyu sighed.
The Starry Sky Fishman clan has no enmity with the human race. Aren't you afraid of causing a feud by doing this?
Yu Qingrou laughed.
Little guy, do you think too highly of yourself? Would your human race feud with my Starry Sky Fishman clan over one person?
Yu Qingrou claimed to be a princess of the Starry Sky Fishman clan, but no one knew how significant her title was. However, from her words, it was clear that her status in the clan was not low. Lin Moyu said,
Some things are hard to say.
Yu Qingrou laughed, her waist swaying like a willow.
This is getting more and more interesting.
Lin Moyu also laughed.
I also find it more interesting. I didn't expect to meet someone who mastered the space law.
Yu Qingrou's eyes showed surprise.
You can tell it's the space law?
Lin Moyu smiled.
Using the space law to bind the opponent and then switch positions. The princess's long sword is also entwined with the space law, greatly enhancing its power.
Yu Qingrou's surprise grew. She didn't expect Lin Moyu not only to recognize the law she mastered but also to analyze how she used it. His insight was beyond her expectations. Hearing their conversation, the surrounding people realized that Yu Qingru had mastered the space law. The space law is a first-tier law, and even among first-tier laws it ranks highly. At the same realm and strength, a difference in law levels means a significant difference in power. How could they fight?
Is it possible that my one axe to split the heavens was so easily broken because of the space law? Not an unfair loss.
Nyoda swallowed and muttered. The Bull Demon clan has a straightforward and fiery personality. They admit defeat when they lose without hiding it. Qian Huang was also secretly glad he didn't make a move. Otherwise, even if he didn't die, he would have been humiliated. His strength was not much different from Nyoda's. If Nyoda couldn't defeat Yu Qingru, neither could he. Everyone finally understood why Yu Qingru didn't take them seriously from the beginning. Nyoda said,
I don't want the tricolor essence fire anymore. Goodbye.
Nyoda knew that if he continued, he might lose his life. The tricolor essence fire could be found again, but a lost life couldn't be regained. Yu Qingru turned to Nyoda.
You attacked me twice. Do you think you can just leave?
Nyoda was stunned.
What does the princess want?
Yu Qingru said,
You attacked me twice, so I'll strike you once. If you survive, we're even.
Nyoda's eyes darted around, and he said in a muffled voice,
All right.
He had no choice but to accept. He knew that facing Yu Qingru, who mastered the space law, he couldn't escape if she didn't let him. Nyoda shouted, and his horns glowed, his law domain expanding, and a heavy armor appeared on his body.
Princess, please strike.
Yu Qingru casually swung her sword, looking soft and weak, more like a dance than a battle. Nyoda's face changed drastically. In his eyes, a sword light flashed, tearing through his law domain like paper. The sword light, unstoppable, struck his heavy armor. The armor glowed, emitting a powerful aura. Everyone realized that the armor was a God King level treasure.
Block it, block it.
Nyoda roared, pushing the armor to its limit. After a 2-second stalemate, Nyoda screamed and was sent flying, his face filled with terror. In midair, he crushed a rune. A gentle light enveloped him, and he disappeared. 1091. Chapter 1091. The Spirit of the Magic Weapon, How About a Bet? Everyone was shocked by Yu Qingrou's casual sword strike. Nyoda, a powerful member of the Nyo-Mo clan from the True God Peak, was severely injured and fled in embarrassment. The domain of laws was torn like a rag, and the Divine King's armor was almost shattered. This showed that Yu Qingrou's sword strike had truly reached the Divine King level, and she possessed the strength to fight across realms. Fighting across realms was something many geniuses present could do. But fighting across realms, everyone looked at Yu Qingru in astonishment. When her beautiful eyes swept over them, they unconsciously stepped back. Qian Huang felt a bit lucky that he hadn't made a move. Otherwise, he would have been the one injured. Only Lin Moyu remained unmoved, not taking a single step back. But in the eyes of others, his immobility seemed like he was scared stiff. Yu Qingru sighed softly.
After one sword strike, we are even. Why run away?
When she said this, everyone couldn't help but twitch their mouths. Who couldn't see that Nyoda was severely injured? If he didn't leave, would he wait for his enemies to come after him? He wasn't stupid. Of course, he had to leave as soon as possible. Several people had already secretly left to find Nyoda. Whether Nyoda could leave safely was still uncertain. Yu Qingru understood this very well, and she saw everyone's reactions. She showed a
I'm very innocent
look which made people even more afraid. After all, that wasn't true innocence. Some thought Yu Qingru was very scheming and deep. Lin Moyu, however, felt that Yu Qingru was like someone from another world, looking down on everyone as if playing a game. It had always been like this, and this feeling was getting stronger. Yu Qingru said softly,
Everyone, Who else wants to compete with this princess for the three-colored spirit fire?
Everyone remained silent, looking at the nearby three-colored spirit fire, then at Yuqingru and her sword. Compared to the three-colored spirit fire, their lives were more important. Yuqingru chuckled.
Since that's the case, please retreat 10 million kilometers and don't come near. Otherwise, this princess's sword has a bad temper.
The long sword in her hand suddenly trembled slightly, emitting a loud and clear sword cry. Everyone's faces changed again, and someone exclaimed,
A weapon spirit!
Lin Moyu was also slightly surprised, recalling information about
Weapon spirits.
a weapon spirit, also known as the spirit of a magic weapon, refers to the intelligence born within a magic weapon. Once a magic weapon gains intelligence, its power increases significantly. Like a cultivator fighting across realms, the level of the magic weapon increases by at least one, sometimes even two levels. Magic weapons are also divided into lower, middle, and upper grades within each level. His own soul-cutting sword and Battle King Tower were both upper-grade Divine King-level magic weapons with great power, but they had no weapon spirits. If a lower-grade Divine King-level magic weapon had a weapon spirit, its power could at least match a middle-grade Divine King-level magic weapon. It could even compete with upper-grade Divine King-level magic weapons. The long sword in Yuqingru's hand was a lower-grade Divine King-level magic weapon, but it had a weapon spirit. This meant that the sword's power was at least middle-grade Divine King level, possibly even upper-grade. But since it was originally a lower-grade Divine King level magic weapon, it was easier to wield. It could exert greater attack power with less effort. Lin Moyu had to admit that Yuqingru's sword was better than his soul-cutting sword. True God Peak, mastering the laws of space, plus a Divine King-level magic weapon with a weapon spirit. Yuqingru indeed had the qualifications to be proud. After her sword revealed its weapon spirit, everyone's last bit of greed was cut off. One by one they retreated, unwilling to risk their lives. Qian Huang also sighed.
It seems this fire is not destined for me. Princess Qigru, I bid you farewell.
Among everyone present, Qian Huang was a notable figure, and Yuqingru looked at him differently, nodding slightly.
No need to see me off.
Qian Huang didn't hesitate and left. Lin Moyu was moved, and all the resurrected ones also retreated. In an instant, everyone had retreated 10 million kilometers. Only Lin Moyu remained, still standing there. Yuqingru tilted her head, looking curious.
Why don't you leave?
Facing Yuqingru's.
Innocence.
Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
Because I also want the three-colored spirit fire.
Yuqingru made an
Oh.
sound, twirling her sword.
Aren't you afraid of death? Yes.
Lin Moyu answered honestly. Who isn't afraid of death? He used to be unafraid, but not now. Yuqingru asked curiously.
If you're afraid, why don't you leave? Aren't you afraid I'll kill you?
Lin Moyu shook his head.
Who will win is still uncertain.
Yuqingru laughed, finding Lin Moyu very interesting indeed. He seemed serious when he said that, as if he really believed it. A mere true god second stage, even if a genius, was too arrogant. Yuqingru laughed for a while.
You're quite interesting. It would be a pity to kill you.
Lin Moyu said.
Our human race and the starfish race have no enmity, so I don't want to kill you either. How about we make a bet?
Yuqingru's eyes sparkled.
What kind of bet? Tell me.
Lin Moyu said.
You strike me with your sword. If I survive, the three-colored spirit fire is mine, and you help me guard it while I absorb it, preventing others from disturbing me.
Yuqingru smiled.
You're betting your life, but what's in it for me?
Lin Moyu said.
If I die, everything on me is yours.
Yuqingru laughed even more.
Little guy, what do you have that I would want? Don't say something like stellar spirit fire. I don't want that.
Lin Moyu extended his hand, and the soul-cutting sword appeared in his hand.
How about this? I offer it as a bet.
Yuqingru glanced at it.
An upper-grade Divine King-level magic weapon, and a soul-type weapon at that. It seems quite good.
Lin Moyu knew the soul-cutting sword was valuable enough to be a bet. Indeed, Yu Qingru was interested in the soul-cutting sword. Yu Qingru's eyes sparkled.
Aren't you afraid I'll kill you and take your treasure?
Lin Moyu smiled.
I said who will win is still uncertain. I just don't want our races to become enemies.
As he spoke, Lin Moyu gently moved the black star beast leg given by Chu Xiong, simultaneously locking his soul onto Yu Qingru. Yu Qingru suddenly felt a sense of danger, a chill spreading from the depths of her soul. She felt as if she was facing a life-and-death crisis, ready to die at any moment. And this feeling was brought by the human boy in front of her. A mere true god second stage, yet he made her feel mortal danger. Even Judah and Chen Huang, such true god peak experts, she didn't take seriously. Now she had to look at Lin Moyu differently. This person really had the means to kill her. Yu Qingru smiled.
All right then, I'll strike you with my sword. If you survive, the three-colored spirit fire is yours.
1092 Chapter 1092 Absorbing the three-colored spirit fire, Princess protects. Lin Moyu's eyes flashed with a hint of a smile. He had long anticipated that Yu Qingru would agree. The temptation of the soul-cutting sword was significant enough to make her agree to the bet. Lin Moyu not only used the soul-cutting sword to tempt her, but also leveraged her pride. At the same time, he subtly indicated that he truly had the ability to fight her to the death. If she wanted to seize the soul-cutting sword, she would have to pay a great price, possibly even her life. Who would win was still uncertain. Lin Moyu was not joking. No matter how strong Yu Qingru was, she was only at the 9th stage of the true god realm. The black star beast leg was enough to blow up an 8th stage divine king. Blowing her up would not be a problem. The sword in Yu Qingru's hand glowed faintly, and the space around the sword showed numerous cracks. This sword carried Yu Qingru's space laws and was extremely powerful. Yu Qingru smiled.
Little guy, this sword strike is 10 times stronger than the previous one.
Her voice was pleasant, not as soft and sweet as the butterfly clans, but very clear, like pearls falling into a jade plate. However, her voice also carried a chill. Lin Moyu knew the sword strike was very strong, at least at the Divine King level, but it was not a problem for him. He put away his bone armor, as it was useless against a Divine King level attack. He also wanted to avoid triggering any unnecessary trouble. Yu Qingru slashed out a sword light, which flashed in front of her and then appeared in front of Lin Moyu. The attack of the space laws could instantly cross billions of kilometers, making it impossible to dodge. The sword light exploded in front of Lin Moyu, completely engulfing him. In the Star of Spells, the skeletons collectively collapsed, quickly regenerated, and then collapsed again. They collapsed 5 times before stopping, and the power in the sword was exhausted, failing to activate the full rebirth talent. Lin Moyu realized he had overestimated the opponent's attack. Although this sword was stronger than Lu Hong's, it was still within the 1st stage of the Divine King realm. Through this sword, Lin Moyu understood that to activate his talent with one strike, it would require at least a 2nd stage Divine King level attack. As the sword light gradually dimmed, Lin Moyu's figure reappeared. Yu Qingru couldn't hide her surprise, staring with wide eyes.
You're unharmed?
Lin Moyu was unscathed, still standing there as if nothing had happened. Yu Qingru knew very well the power of her sword. How could Lin Moyu withstand it? Lin Moyu smiled.
Should I be harmed? If Princess Qingru is not convinced, you can try another strike.
Yu Qingru tilted her head, thinking hard, unable to understand why Lin Moyu was unharmed. He even allowed her to strike again, and from his confident demeanor, he wasn't bluffing. But with her pride, she couldn't bring herself to strike again. Yu Qingru put away her long sword.
A bet is a bet. Since that's the case, the 3-colored spirit fire is yours. Go ahead and absorb it. I will protect you.
Lin Moyu bowed slightly to Yu Qingru.
Thank you, Princess Qingru.
Lin Moyu approached the 3-colored spirit fire, his soul power slightly vibrating, and he opened his mouth to inhale, drawing a large amount of the three-colored spirit fire into his body. As soon as the three-colored spirit fire entered his body, it surged towards his soul, turning his entire soul world into a sea of fire. Lin Moyu had already planned to use it to enhance the fusion of corpse explosion. If it were the four-colored spirit fire, Lin Moyu might have chosen to enhance Summon Skeleton King, hoping to upgrade it to a stellar-level spell. But it was clear that the three-colored spirit fire couldn't elevate a planetary-level spell to a stellar level, making it pointless to use it on Summon Skeleton King. Summon Skeleton King would remain unusable until it reached the stellar level. A 1% fusion rate was the same as a 99% fusion rate with no difference. Therefore, it was better to enhance Corpse Explosion, which would genuinely increase the spell's power. The soul world opened a passage, allowing the three-colored spirit fire to enter smoothly. Lin Moyu was about to guide it to the Corpse Explosion spell planet when the three-colored spirit fire seemed to find a new target and rushed towards the stellar fire seed. The stellar fire seed immediately began to absorb the three-colored spirit fire, emitting a stronger life force and starting to grow. This change surprised Lin Moyu. He hadn't expected the three-colored spirit fire to repair the stellar fire seed. But it made sense. The stellar fire was the essence of a star, and the stellar fire seed was the essence of the essence. The stellar fire seed was a treasure nurtured by the stellar fire. In its damaged state, it naturally attracted the attention of the stellar fire. The stellar fire also had the ability to repair the stellar fire seed. Thus, the two merged wonderfully. Lin Moyu witnessed this miraculous event as all the cracks on the stellar fire seed's surface disappeared. It then bloomed like a fiery peony, forming a flower of flames. The stellar fire seed was finally repaired and entered a stage of growth. A warm current washed over Lin Moyu, making him feel like he was basking in the spring breeze, truly feeling the warmth of spring. The fire seed bloomed into a flower, and now it just needed to mature before it could be used. The effect of the stellar fire seed was much better than the three-colored spirit fire, capable of elevating a spell from planetary to stellar level. Outside, Yu Qingrou's eyes sparkled with curiosity about Lin Moyu. This human gave her a different feeling from others, very distinctive. Despite being only at the second stage of the true god realm, he had such astonishing defense, surviving her sword strike unscathed. Yu Qingru knew that no one else present could withstand her sword strike. Only this guy in front of her remained a mystery, from the initial failure to use him as a scapegoat to the recent failure of her sword strike. A second-stage true god possessing high-level divine king laws and even posing a life-threatening danger to her. Lin Moyu was full of mysteries. The more mysterious he was, the more interested she became. It was like a game with unexpected changes, attracting her to solve the puzzle. At this moment, Lin Moyu was completely enveloped in the three-colored spirit fire, turning into a man of fire. He sat cross-legged in the flames, calmly absorbing the three-colored spirit fire. The fire was shrinking at an astonishing speed.
His absorption speed is fast. Could it be that his soul is stronger than mine?
Yu Qingru muttered to herself. She had absorbed the three-colored spirit fire before, but her absorption speed was not as fast as Lin Moyu's. The faster the absorption, the stronger the soul. Yu Qingru found it hard to believe that Lin Moyu's soul could surpass hers. She looked away and saw an alien rushing towards them. His appearance broke the tranquility of the place. Yu Qingru frowned.
Courting death.
The long sword appeared in her hand again, and she slashed towards the intruder. The sword light flashed, and a scream followed as the alien was sent flying back at an even faster speed. This sword strike made those who intended to approach retreat again, not daring to advance. Yu Qingru didn't say a word, her actions clearly telling everyone not to mess with her. 1093 Chapter 1093. If I don't protect him, who will protect him in the future? Some people noticed that Yu Qingru did not go to absorb the three-colored spirit fire. Lin Moyu also saw that Lin Moyu survived unscathed under what seemed to be a powerful sword strike. Some people had second thoughts, believing that Yu Qingru was just bluffing earlier and once again coveted the three-colored spirit fire. Some bold individuals even took direct action. As a result, Yu Qingru used her sword to give them a resounding slap. A ninth stage true god was killed with one sword strike, leaving no bones behind. Everyone's little schemes were immediately put to rest. Yu Qingru's gaze turned slightly cold as she looked back at Lin Moyu. At this moment, if she were to strike, she believed she could definitely kill Lin Moyu. But she wouldn't do that. It didn't align with her character. Now she somewhat understood that she seemed to have been set up by Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu must have known he could withstand one or even two of her sword strikes. That's why he made this bet with her, using a high-grade Divine King artifact to lure her in. The fire on Lin Moyu's body grew weaker and weaker until the three-colored spirit fire was completely absorbed. Lin Moyu sighed inwardly. The stellar fire seed was just a little bit away from being fully nurtured. Now the flower had bloomed, but a few petals had not yet fully matured. The stellar fire seed burned fiercely, like a child eagerly waiting for the next mouthful of milk. If he could get another three-colored spirit fire, the stellar fire seed would be completely restored. After absorbing the fire, Lin Moyu felt Yu Qingru's gaze and opened his eyes to see her smiling at him. But this smile made him feel a bit creepy.
Little guy, you have a lot of thoughts and quite some guts to scheme against this princess.
Yu Qingru spoke softly, her voice as gentle as her name. But in Lin Moyu's eyes, it felt chilling. Lin Moyu smiled slightly.
Princess Qingru is as smart as ice and snow. Stop it. You humans are so full of thoughts. Flattery won't work on me, so save your breath.
Yu Qingru interrupted Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu smiled and said no more. After all, he had already absorbed the three-colored spirit fire. What more could she do? Lin Moyu also knew that Yu Qingru wouldn't really harm him. Moreover, he wasn't afraid. Yu Qingru thought for a moment.
How about this? Just consider that you owe me a favor, and we'll call it even.
Lin Moyu agreed without hesitation.
All right.
Yu Qingru's words gave him a way out, and Lin Moyu naturally accepted it. Yu Qingru laughed softly.
What's your name? Lin Moyu.
He answered truthfully. Yu Qingru nodded.
Lin Moyu, this princess will remember you.
With that, Yu Qingru took a step and gradually turned into a phantom, disappearing like a bubble. Lin Moyu knew she had left using the laws of space. Mastering the laws of space allowed one to travel through the void, ignoring distance. Lin Moyu felt a bit envious, but he also had a trace of the laws of space. It just wasn't the right time to comprehend it yet. In the future, when he reached the divine sovereign realm, he would also master the laws of space. As soon as Yu Qingru left, many people who had retreated earlier came back. They feared Yu Qingru but did not fear Lin Moyu. Someone with murderous intent asked,
Kid, what's your relationship with Yu Qingru? Why did she let you have the three-colored spirit fire?
Everyone believed that the sword strike Lin Moyu endured was just for show. Otherwise, how could a mere second-stage true god withstand Yu Qingru's sword? They could only assume that Yu Qingru had gone easy on him. Someone looked Lin Moyu up and down with ill intentions.
Kid, did you sell your looks?
The human race and the starfish race had very similar appearances, with only minor differences. Their aesthetics were also quite close.
Kid, you just absorbed the three-colored spirit fire. You must not have fully digested it. Hand over the excess, and I'll let you go. A second-stage true god coming here must be quite capable, a genius of the human race. If you die here, the human race will be heartbroken. Little friend, do you want to play with this sister? Do you have any secrets? Share them with us.
Lin Moyu squinted his eyes, finding these people amusing. Without Yu Qingru to keep them in check, a bunch of scoundrels had come out. There were ferocious-looking races and bizarre-looking ones. There were both males and females, though some couldn't be called females but rather hermaphrodites. Most of them were beyond the human race's aesthetic standards, looking extremely ugly. As the killing intent boiled, Qian Huang flew over, standing in front of Lin Moyu and facing the crowd with a roar.
Shut up! This is a genius of the human race. Who are you to criticize?
Qian Huang had the strength of a peak true god. Apart from Yu Qingru, he wasn't afraid of these people.
Qian Huang, although this guy is of the same race as you, we are many. Can you protect him? Yes, is it worth risking your life for a kid? Think it over. Your combat power isn't much stronger than ours. We don't mind killing one more.
Qian Huang's face turned ugly. These people were right. If they joined forces, he wouldn't be able to protect Lin Moyu. But Lin Moyu was of the same race, and the human race had to help each other when outside. Qian Huang quickly made a decision.
If I don't protect my kin today, how can I face my clan in the future? If I am in danger, who will protect me? Moreover, if you want to kill me, you will have to pay a price. Let's see how many I can drag down with me.
Qian Huang took out his artifact, and the laws began to boil, ready to fight to the death. This attitude made others wary. Qian Huang was not weak, and if he fought to the death, he might really drag a few down with him. No one wanted to die, so no one dared to be the first to act. Qian Huang turned and whispered,
Little brother, I'll take you out of here.
His eyes were resolute, and Lin Moyu even sensed a determination to die from him. Facing hundreds of strong opponents of the same realm, the chances of Qian Huang getting out were slim. Lin Moyu said,
Thank you, Senior. It seems they are about to fight among themselves.
Qian Huang was slightly stunned, and suddenly a scream rang out. A demon suddenly attacked, severely injuring a nearby alien. Then others also started fighting, attacking the aliens around them. The scene quickly became chaotic. The ones who started the fight were naturally the resurrected ones controlled by Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu had deliberately placed the resurrected ones among the crowd, and now they attacked.
What are you doing? We have no enmity. Why attack me? Crazy, you're all crazy. Dare to hit me, you're courting death.
The laws boiled, and various domains collided in the starry sky. Shouts and screams filled the air. The starry sky descended into chaos. Qian Huang didn't know what was happening, but he knew what to do. He shouted,
Quick, let's go.
Taking advantage of the chaos, there was no better time to escape. He led the way, finding a direction and cutting a path with his large blade. Lin Moyu smiled slightly and followed Qian Huang. 1094. Chapter 1094. If you can hit me, then talk. The direction chosen by Qian Huang happened to be the most chaotic one. Lin Moyu followed closely behind. The battle there was extremely intense, but the more chaotic it was, the greater the opportunity for Qian Huang. He wielded his large blade, forcibly cutting a path through.
Qian Huang, don't think you can escape.
Someone noticed Qian Huang trying to escape and immediately chased after him. But before they could catch up, a resurrected one had already blocked their way.
Get out of the way.
With a roar, they were met with a shocking self-detonation. A resurrected one actually self-detonated on the spot, dragging 2 9th-stage true gods down with it, blowing them to pieces. This self-detonation immediately brought many people back to their senses. Each of them became cautious, not daring to go all out, keeping some strength for self-preservation. Lin Moyu's fingertips glowed slightly, silently casting corpse explosion. Immediately, several explosions occurred, and amidst the screams, a few more corpses appeared. Corpses were weapons. As long as there were enough strong corpses, Lin Moyu could destroy the world. Qian Huang led the way, and Lin Moyu followed, casually killing a few along the way. The two finally broke out of the chaotic circle, flying tens of millions of kilometers before stopping. Qian Huang let out a long sigh of relief.
Finally escaped.
Lin Moyu cupped his fists towards Qian Huang.
Thank you, Senior, for risking your life to save me.
Qian Huang waved his hand.
We are both of the human race. It's what should be done.
Lin Moyu smiled.
Not everyone can do it. I am who I am. I don't care what others do. Little brother, you should leave quickly. It's already very dangerous here.
Qian Huang advised kindly. He knew Lin Moyu was not weak and could protect himself in a one-on-one situation. But the situation just now was not one-on-one at all. If it weren't for the sudden chaos and infighting, they might not have been able to escape. Lin Moyu asked.
Senior, where are you planning to go?
Qian Huang said.
I plan to go back. I originally intended to return after obtaining this top-grade stellar fire, but I couldn't get it. There won't be any more top-grade stellar fires here for a while. You should leave too, little brother.
Lin Moyu knew that after a top-grade stellar fire was born, no new ones would appear for a while. This period could be as short as 10 days to half a month, or as long as several months to half a year. Lin Moyu nodded.
All right, Senior, be careful on your way back. My name is Lin Moyu. If you have time in the future, you can come find me for a drink and a chat.
Lin Moyu took the initiative to introduce himself this time. Regardless of whether Qian Huang's actions were useful, Lin Moyu remembered Qian Huang's kindness. In the choice between protecting himself and risking his life, Qian Huang chose to protect him, even at the cost of his own blood. This deeply moved Lin Moyu. At this moment, Qian Huang's aura began to fluctuate violently, with a strange aura emanating from his soul, spreading in the starry sky. Qian Huang trembled slightly, revealing a bitter smile.
I didn't expect to advance at this time. It seems I can't send you back.
Qian Huang was about to advance to the Divine King realm. The advancement process was difficult to control, taking anywhere from a few days to several years. Moreover, during the advancement period, it was best not to be disturbed to achieve the best results. Qian Huang originally planned to return after competing for the top-grade stellar fire and then focus on advancing to the Divine King realm. Now, to protect Lin Moyu, a fierce battle broke out, causing his advancement to come early. Lin Moyu naturally understood the importance of advancement.
Advancement is crucial. I will protect you, Senior, as you leave. Ha, Qian Huang, you're advancing here? What a great place you've chosen.
A wild laugh echoed, and a mad bull stepped through the stars. Nyoda had returned, and his injuries were completely healed. Qian Huang's face changed.
Damn, why did he come back at this time?
Lin Moyu said.
He's here for you, Senior.
Lin Moyu could feel that Nyoda had locked onto Qian Huang, clearly not wanting him to advance smoothly. Qian Huang's strength was on par with his, and normally he wouldn't be afraid of him. But now, in the state of advancement, he was not suitable for battle. Otherwise, if something went wrong during the advancement, it would be a huge loss. Lin Moyu naturally understood this, whispering,
Senior, you should leave first, find a place to advance, and I'll hold him off.
Qian Huang was shocked.
No, it's too dangerous.
Lin Moyu shook his head.
No problem, he can't hurt me. Even if I'm not his match, I can still protect myself.
Qian Huang looked at Lin Moyu in confusion, unsure if he was telling the truth. Lin Moyu said,
Don't worry, Senior. Although my realm is not high, I am very good at defense. Even Yu Qingru found it difficult to kill me, let alone a mere mad bull. Senior, go quickly. Advancement is crucial.
Qian Huang knew he couldn't hesitate at this moment. He cupped his fists towards Lin Moyu.
Lin brother, I will remember this favor and repay it in the future. Senior, go quickly.
Lin Moyu didn't say much, just urged him. He had already turned his gaze towards Nyoda, his killing intent boiling, ready to act. Qian Huang took out a talisman and activated it, his body enveloped in a stream of light, flying towards the distance. The interstellar teleportation talisman could instantly teleport millions of kilometers. Moreover, Qian Huang would likely use more than one, possibly using one after another.
Where do you think you're going? One axe to open the sky.
Nyoda roared, swinging his axe in midair, trying to stop Qian Huang. Lin Moyu snorted coldly.
Your opponent is me.
In the starry sky, a large number of skeleton generals appeared, their sword energy intertwining, forcibly cutting off Nyoda's attack. Nyoda was stunned, looking at the numerous skeletons, and asked,
What are these things?
Lin Moyu chuckled.
Things that can kill you.
As he spoke, more skeleton generals appeared. In an instant, at least 10,000 skeleton generals surrounded Nyoda, their sword energy erupting, mixed with the laws of immortality, attacking Nyoda frantically.
Get out of my way!
Nyoda roared, opening his domain of laws. The starry sky was filled with overlapping axe shadows, fighting against the skeleton generals. One-on-one, the skeleton generals were no match for Nyoda. The skeleton general's combat power was only at the 9th stage of the True God realm, while Nyoda's combat power had reached the peak of the True God realm, with a gap between them. However, the skeleton generals had extremely strong defenses and could resurrect. With tens of thousands of skeleton generals, even if they couldn't kill Nyoda immediately, they could wear him down over time. Lin Moyu watched as Qian Huang disappeared into the distance, completely out of sight, with no trace of his advancing aura. Even if Nyoda wanted to chase him, it was impossible. Nyoda also knew he couldn't catch up. He roared furiously.
Kid, I'm going to kill you!
Lin Moyu chuckled.
You can talk after you hit me.
Surrounded by the skeleton generals, Nyoda couldn't break through. Lin Moyu ignored him, his killing intent boiling, and turned back to the previous starry sky. The chaotic battle there continued, with many resurrected ones already dead or injured. But the opponents had also paid a heavy price, with many corpses floating in the starry sky. Lin Moyu's arrival signaled the arrival of death. 1095.